All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emily, and I'm on a fitness journey just to get healthier, get more, build more muscle, maybe lose some fat, and yeah, just see how that goes. Today we are doing my 5 tips to succeed on a fitness journey. The 5 things that I have found have helped me a ton while trying to gain muscle and lose fat. So without further ado, let's dive in. The first thing kind of ties, if you've watched my 5 mistakes I made on my fitness journey, some of these are a little bit similar, just kind of flipped, obviously. So my first one is eating enough food. When I started my fitness journey, I thought I had to eat as little as humanly possible, just enough to not die pretty much, and then I would get the results I wanted, the body I wanted, etc., etc. But I was grumpy AF. I would end up snacking and binging either at night, during the day, whatever it was, because I wasn't getting enough food. My body was screaming that it needed food. So if I did that, I would obviously get out of my calorie deficit because I was just eating whatever I found. I would eat anything. And it was just a horrible vicious cycle where I would just binge, feel like crap, and then repeat it all over again because definition of insanity. And it just wasn't a good life. I was hungry all day. I was constantly cold and I was just grumpy, and no one wants to go through that. When I started eating more food, I actually found something kind of funny. I found that my mood was actually a lot more regulated. I wasn't as grumpy. I didn't have as many mood swings. I was more even tempered, I guess, which makes sense. I also found, like, as I've said before, I have issues that make me tired all the time, no matter what. But when I started eating more food, I did actually have the energy to go out and do things with my friends and family, like go hiking or go shopping or spend a whole day doing things. And that was something that was never even fathomable before. Like, not only would I avoid situations with food because I didn't trust myself, but I was able to just relax and enjoy myself, and actually had the energy to go do these things and not be yawning the whole time, just wanting to take a nap the whole time. Sometimes it still happens, but for other reasons, and it was just really nice actually eating enough food and still seeing results that I wanted, because I was eating my meal, feeling satiated, not really needing to snack that much, maybe have like a Babybel cheese or some yogurt, something a little bit in the middle. I'm like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit hungry. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to last till lunch. So I can have a little snack and be fine, and then have my lunch and be fine. So it was just crazy how I was still able to see the results that I wanted while eating the amount of food that I never thought I would let myself eat. And eating enough food actually really helped me heal my relationship with food, to where I didn't see it as the enemy anymore. It was just a factor in the equation, not a demon. It was a change that I didn't really notice until recently, but it really, really helped. All right, so my second thing is changing your mindset, which this takes time. This is not something that happens overnight. Sometimes there's something that can kind of click something into place for you, which will make it a little bit easier. However, I know for me personally, this has taken years. So yeah, do with that what you will. One thing that helped me shift my mindset was changing my thoughts from I have to work out to I get to work out. And that's something that I read in Atomic Habits by James Clear. I will put a picture up here and a link in the description. His book is amazing, and I have read it twice, and I will definitely read it again, and I will preach it to anybody that I meet. It's such a great, it's just a great book. It's really, really great. And he just talks about different ways to set up habits, different ways to be successful in habit building. One of the things is, he says, from shifting your mindset from having to do something to getting to do something. And when I find myself thinking like, oh, I have to go work out, I'm like, okay, no, I get to work out. I have a body that lets me lift heavy things, that lets me walk, lets me run. Like, this is incredible. Some people don't have that opportunity. So when you're able to really be grateful for the things that your body can do, I think that that helps shift your mindset a little bit into, I get to do this today, and be really, really grateful for that and enjoy that a little bit better. I notice it a lot more when I walk outside. Like, when I do outdoor activities, I feel so grateful that I'm able to enjoy, even if it's raining, the scenery that I get, the fresh air. You get a little bit more mental clarity. It's stuff like that when you're really able to shift that mindset from I have to do this to I get to do this. Number three is finding foods that you really enjoy that fit in your macros and fit in your goals. So finding little swaps here and there. So for me, I love chocolate. I love it so much. I love chocolate bars, especially caramel ones. Just, oof, yes, thank you. So, and cookies. I have a really bad sweet tooth. So finding foods that help satiate that sweet tooth while still meeting my macro goals really helps me not feel like I'm restricting anything. So it's kind of expensive, but it's so good. Legendary, I think that's just the brand, but they have like a protein Pop-Tart. It's 20 grams of protein, and this thing is so good. It's definitely fluffier. It's not like a normal Pop-Tart, but it's delicious. The strawberry one is so, so good. If you have an opportunity to try it, highly recommend. So good. Things like that, or protein bars that are sweeter. There's one from, I think it's just Think. It's their higher protein bar. It's like a thick, oh, it's so good. It tastes just like a lemon bar, and I love it. Or I love my protein smoothies with just fruit, vanilla protein powder, and yogurt. Delicious. Or putting granola and chocolate chips in yogurt. Things like that that still help you feel like you're enjoying your favorite foods. Another food that I love that disclaimer, my boyfriend and my mom hate these. I really like them, and I think my mother-in-law does, and she at least kind of likes them. They're Clio bars. So they are Greek yogurt bars. They're dipped. So there's one that's a yogurt dip and one that's a chocolate dip. They also have a like less added sugar one. I think it's just 1 gram of sugar, which is really nice. And those taste legitimately like ice cream to me. So things like that that not only make you feel better than maybe what you would normally reach for if you have intolerances and stuff like me, or just things, that just fit in your macros, it's gonna help your journey be so much easier when you find foods that really fit. So finding foods that you can fit in consistently, that you like enough to eat consistently, will really, really help. Or recipes, things like that, will help you not feel like you're eating the same thing all the time, like kind of have different ones that change in and out, different products that you really like. Things like that, I think, really, really help on a fitness and weight loss journey. Number four is finding activities that you really enjoy. So ways to move your body that you really actually enjoy. I wouldn't say this was a huge struggle for me, but I know it is a huge struggle for a lot of people. For me personally, for a long time, I thought I had to do 6 days of cardio, hour of cardio a day, kind of a thing. And that was the only way I was going to get the body that I wanted. But I get bored easily and I get burnt out on that easily. So I would go, 3 weeks being really consistent. And then the 4th week, I would be dreading each and every workout. And then by the 5th week, I'm done. And with that, I did always like hiking. I've liked being outdoors. I liked doing other activities. But when I go into the gym or when I'm like doing a workout, I used to think cardio, 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 cardio. I would go into the gym. I would be terrified. I had no idea what I was doing. Super anxious, super nervous, didn't want to do it, didn't want to touch it. So a few years ago, I found weightlifting and I really got into it at the gym. Then I wasn't able to go to that gym anymore, so I kind of dropped off, went back to cardio, and I kind of tend to do that. However, now I'm in a really good routine where I lift weights 4 times a week and then I do cardio, like walking. I love walking, especially outside. And especially with my pup, I love walking with him because he gets so happy. And so it makes me feel even like better because he's just so cute, so excited. But I've also found I like surfing, albeit I've only done it once. However, I would love to do it again. There's so many different things you can do. And once you find an activity or a handful of activities that you really like doing, exercise isn't going to be as big of a chore for you. Especially if you get gym anxiety, finding activities that you can do either on your own or with others that makes you excited about exercise or makes you excited about movement in general. Yoga, dance. I used to do Zumba classes. Those were so fun. I've done kickboxing. I love kickboxing. So, and there's also so many available resources on YouTube. There's Zumba classes, dance classes on YouTube, yoga classes. Yoga with Adriene is one of my favorites. So there's so many activities that you can try even from your own home to see if you want to go out and maybe take a class somewhere or whatever. But finding an activity, long and short of it, finding an activity that you really like will help you feel a lot less like you have to do something, that you're excited to do something, that you want to move your body, that makes you feel good. it's just going to be so much easier in the long run. So the last one for today, number 5, is lifting weights. I personally feel like most people can benefit from lifting weights a couple times a week. For the longest time, I was so against it. I was like, lifting weights is boring. I don't want to have to do it. It's not something I like. And I was just being a butt. So when I finally actually started having my own program or doing a program and lifting weights, I found I really liked it. I liked challenging myself with different weights, and I loved when I was able to up weights. It's so rewarding, so exciting. And one of the biggest things is that weightlifting really helped change my body image more than any of the things I tried before. Like, I was in therapy for years, and I still recommend therapy. Therapy's great. But for some reason, weightlifting is what really changed my body image, because I went from wanting to just shrink my body and be as small as humanly possible to wanting to be strong and wanting to have better mobility, better range of motion, just better strength overall, better flexibility. And once I kind of made that shift and had really different goals of wanting to, lift this much for deadlifts, lift this much for squats, lift this much for bench press, whatever it was, that really shifted my mentality, not only around my body, but around my food, around my workouts, around everything. And that was really what kind of clicked everything into place for me. What really kickstarted everything was when I made that connection and that total shift. Because I had started lifting weights and I kind of had, and I was like, yeah, being strong would be cool. But I really didn't believe it. And then when I started actually gaining muscle, I was like, oh, hell yeah, this is cool. So then I really got excited about it and started researching more stuff, researching the supplements, researching the nutrition, researching workout programs, how I needed to work out, all of that kind of stuff. And once you're so like immersed in it, it's exciting. So I highly recommend lifting weights, even if you just start with a 2.5 pound, 5 pound dumbbell and you just start. So that is my video for today. If you found this helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you think it's worth sharing, please go ahead and share it with someone that might benefit from it. Yeah, so I think that's all that I have for today, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks so much for watching to the end. Bye!